Greetings, it's Kevin Saxton here with KB Saxton Performance Prospects, part of Saxton Family Ranch. We raise farm fresh eggs and we raise horse prospects. We like to raise performance prospects. And so anytime you have horses around, you're gonna have flies. I hate flies. And so I've been using the ranch fly trap for years now. It's been at least 3 years. I discovered them and I said, I saw some of the testimonials. I was like, that's what I want to use. I've been using them. It works better than any fly trap. We used to run a boarding barn, and so some of our boarders would use different fly traps here and there, but nothing caught flies like the ranch fly trap. Now, the ranch fly trap has made some significant improvements, and so we're going to show you how easy it is to set up the ranch fly trap. Now, I have two different things here. I think in the future they'll come together, but I've got the trap itself, the net trap in 2.0, and I've got this new bag that goes with it. I also have some fly trap attractant. This stuff really does work. I've used it in some other tests that we've done, and it is drawn in the flies for sure. So this is the net trap. There's a barrel style trap as well. I prefer here in South Florida where we are, I prefer to use the net trap because it feels like it stands up a little bit better to the sun. So that's what I would prefer to use. So just coming out of the package, they have made some significant improvements to this even over the last traps, and I loved their traps before, but it used to be that you kind of had to take and fish around to get this little hook to clasp onto this thing here. Well, they've put a zipper, and this is brilliant to me. They've put a zipper in the side of it, and so now you could actually just reach right in there and attach it. Like, that's what I always kind of felt like I needed before, was like some way to get that without catching all the netting with the hook. So that's brilliant. It also makes it easier to empty. I used to try and empty it. I used to try and kind of like shake it out. It wouldn't empty, because by the time the flies are in there for a while, they dry out, they kind of clump together. This will allow you to really actually empty it and make it truly reusable. So that is fantastic. I love it. So it comes with this bag here, this bait bag. This is what they sent the replacement for, and I believe the replacement would be what's in the new traps. This is a little cumbersome because you got to kind of get it wrapped around this bottom part, and then you got to get the actual vent in there. That's tough. I had a hard time doing that on one of my other traps. So I think that this is the convenience of doing this on top of a trash can. I can just throw the trash away. There we go. So let me get this hooked back up correctly. So we've got it hooked up. I keep dropping it. That's why I'm putting it down. That's why it keeps getting messed up. So there we go. All right, so I could just take now this new style bait bag and put it through here, and actually has little buttons in it. And so this, I just think some of these improvements are just downright brilliant. So I can actually now just button the little button around the trap itself, or around the wire there that's going to hold it, and it just buttons right together. And now, instead of me having to kind of fight to get the vent in there and keep the bait bag in there and make sure that I can do both, this makes it so much simpler. So
cool.
So there we go. Get that. Look at that. That just stays in there. Now, I used to have to rely on this to actually hold it in there. Now I can go in there even without the vent in there. It's still going to hold up. So this means that I can fill it with water. I can fill it with bait and all that before I put the vent in there, and it'll hold up. So that to me, again, absolutely brilliant step. So I'm really, really pleased with the way that has turned out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of these fly attractants here, and I am going to, you actually have to open them and put them in there, put the powder in there, but I will actually do that. I'm going to open them, put the powder in there. I'll fill this up about halfway with water, and then like any fly trap, you want to hang this, you don't want to hang it up here. If I hang it up here, it's going to be, it's not going to catch the flies that I'm looking for it to catch. I've got to hang it somewhere where it's about 4 feet or less from the ground, and so it'll be somewhere probably in our barn about this height, and I anticipate catching all of the flies. So, so that's a pretty cool thing. Really pleased with the ranch fly trap. I really do. I think if we check back in a couple of weeks, this thing will be full of flies. Well, hopefully I don't have a lot of flies around, but I want to catch all the ones I do. This will have all the flies in it that we have around here. And I got to show you one other thing. I have a camera person and a full production crew today, so that's kind of cool. All right, check it out, the ranch fly trap.